let's get just a little nasty. Just a, Jesus. God, my dryer just went off because it was pouring buzzing. How's the audio levels? How's everything sounding? Also, I think I'm about to order coffee to my front door because they ran out of cold brew. I'm so sleepy. I slept actually all afternoon. It was literally half an hour before the stream was supposed to start. That's on me. That was fucking foolish. The music is louder. Thank you, back. Nice. Let's get Kirby to shut the hell up. It's Happy Kirby Music Mix, in case you're wondering. Oh my god! Genderqueer Near, hi! Okay. How is that sounding? How's that sounding? Is that a little better? If it's still too... Okay, better. Okay, noted. Oh, that may be doing it too much. Okay, I think that should probably be fine. What? There's a small order fee? Oh no, that means I have to order more shit. No! They're charging $1.30 for a single Baby Bell cheese. Fuck you guys. They sell them individually and they're $1.30 for a little cheese. Listen. Oh my god, that makes me so angry. Hi, Elliot. Hi. Beck, what the fuck is wrong with you? Baby Bell's really yummy. Listen, right now I have plain vanilla ice cream in my freezer. And you know what? It's not very good. It's only okay. Hey, I'm so excited. I'm so excited you're able to see me live. This is thrilling. This is great. Oh man, but they have this really good branded chips called Good Eatin'. And I'm also tempted by those. Folks, I have coffee. I could just... Cheese is yummy, but yeah. No, I'm not gonna buy the baby... That's too expensive for a single Baby Bell. I get a pack of 6 of them for like $6.50, which I can't do math. I think that actually does shake out to about... No, that's not $1.30 each. Okay, $6.50 divided by 6. Okay, it's $1. Wow, $1.08 per cheese. Hey, Baby Bell's really expensive. $1 for a cheese doesn't seem fair. Like, I can't prove it, but it doesn't seem... Oh, I have better cheese. We always get Christmas cheese. Also, my bed is naked because I'm washing my sheets right now. I currently have Dubliner cheese in my fridge. A couple of Kerrygolds. They just get it, you know. Yeah, that's capitalism for you. This music goes so hard. Okay. The last thing I need is to spend more money right now. I should not. I shouldn't get that. That's like $11. Okay. I have to exercise self-control. So I shouldn't get that. I really want to. Okay, I won't. I will be wise. Damn, that small order fee really kicks ass. I wish I liked Brie. I'm not a Brie boy. I can admit that. I'm not a Brie boy. Munster is good. Munster kicks ass. I am partial to a good white cheddar though. You know what I want to do? I want to call up my good butt H Squid hat. I am so fucking excited. I'm gonna get so nasty. No! Brie smells a little like feet. Hi!
Hello.
Okay, let me get your volume up. I don't want you to be drowned out by the Happy Kirby music mix.
I'm very surprised y'all were talking about cheese and no one said Munster
Happy
fucker.
15 months.
Munster
Still
fucker!
my favorite streamer and YouTuber.
Damn it! Damn it! Missed opportunity. Hey, thanks for resubbing, Pretty Princess. Cheese boards are delightful. Gouda is good. Black pepper cheddar is fancy. Apple it. Wow. Becca's getting real fancy with it. Jalapeno and red pepper cheddar might kill me though. That sounds awful. Oh god, that sounds horrid. Smoked Gouda's been really getting it lately. Along with this, god, this, not cheesery, what it's called? Dairy, I think it's just called a dairy. I'm pretty sure it's just called a dairy. There's a dairy shop in the next state over, and I go there for dinner, on special occasions, and they have this, like, espresso rubbed it's espresso and lavender rubbed cheddar, and mwah, 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 mwah. You wouldn't think coffee goes good on cheese. It goes so fucking good on cheese. It goes so good. So, yeah.
A dairy is where they execute the lactose intolerant.
There couldn't be me. I feel so sad for lactose intolerant people. You fucking wish you were me. I'm going crazy on some cheese, some cheeses. They just serve fucking charcuterie boards. That's great. That's a good gig. That's delightful. I'm gonna ask Shiloh if they want anything from GoPuff. Okay. I'm waiting to see what Shiloh wants, and then I will probably be mildly financially irresponsible. Okay. Hey, Squid.
Hey.
Do you have some nasty Godzillas for me?
Yeah. So anyone who doesn't know, I work for the YouTube channel Wikizilla, so I know a lot about. So
you must be an absolute pro.
Definitely, some of them know more than me, especially those on the team that can actually speak Japanese. But I've put together a 25-slide PowerPoint.
This is great. This is great. I'm so excited. Oh man. Okay. I want to remind everybody of the rating system we operate with here at StevieandTheMonsterfuckers.com. That's not the actual website. It's actually StevieB.com/monsterfuckers, but without no monsters, because Google wouldn't let me put fuck in my URL. Huge bummer. So sad. So here's the rating system that we work on. 10 is best of the fucking best. I clicked away from it. 10 is best of the best. I will never get tired of this being on, in, or near me. Number 9, we're getting wet and wild right now. I'm still very, very enthused, still getting nasty with it. Number 8 means I am actively fantasizing about this in the wee hours of the morning. A rating of 7 still means I'm thinking about doing it every time I see this. 7 or above is good. Actually, 6 or above is good, period. It means I would fuck it. We're just going up varying levels of enthusiasm as far as how much, how often, or how many times I would fuck it. 6, it just made the first move, I'd immediately crumble. Besties, see, I added this because we were getting some fun ones, like Glamrock Freddy. I would not fuck that boy. This is just like this is a friend. This is a friend or a good boy. I'm not gonna fuck that. I wouldn't fuck a security bot from Five Nights at Freddy's or a map bot. We had a lot of security breach ones whenever that came out. My Little Pony Manticore before I saw The Witcher. No, oh my god. Thank you for
1 month till 2 years.
Thank you so much. Becky said finally someone with monsterfucker professionalism. OMG, a hype train is close. This is so exciting. 5 is I would experiment with this in my rowdy college years. It's relatively non-committal. I didn't say what I'm doing with it, but I'm just getting a little silly. 4 means if we were the last 2 people on Earth, it would probably take me like 2 weeks to do this. Number 3 means I would have to be at least 8 shots deep to do this. 2 means this would be short-lived and extremely unhappy. 1 is just Jesus fucking Christ, no. And 0 is, in every version of the simulation, the possibility of this is 0. Note the DJ Music Man from Security Breaches on that list. Okay, Shiloh asked if I'm paying for the GoPuff. Which, fine, yeah, I'm a good boyfriend, yeah, okay. Not DJ, no, absolutely not, no. So we're just looking at Godzillas. I did not know that there were that many Godzillas, actually. I wasn't aware of that.
There are 30 plus movies in this franchise, and then I did also step out a little bit to some of the animated adaptations also, and
God damn.
It's sister series, Gamera, which is about We'll get to Gamera. I'll describe Gamera when we actually get to Gamera.
That is terrifying to me. That is so many. And yes, Pretty Princess, I think that we have 2 different pages, because right now we're on season 2 of Stevie the Monsterfuckers. But if you go to stevie.com, hit Monsterfuckers, you can choose between seasons to see what's been rated. Season 1 is where the majority of those submissions are, I believe. And
just let me know when you're ready for me to start.
Listen, hit me with it. I'm thrilled by the fact that we have a PowerPoint. Hit me with it.
Yeah. So first, I'm going to talk about a question that's going to naturally come up that people I see say sometimes. Aren't they just animals? The answer to that is no.
Okay, I'm glad.
For instance, in Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, the Shibojin, which are the 2 twin fairies that ride on Mothra's back, translate Godzilla, Rodan, and Mothra's conversation exactly for the English-speaking characters. And we get the famous line where they refuse to translate something Godzilla said, and they say, "Oh, God's terrible language."
Oh my god. That's delightful.
And then Godzilla versus Gigan, there's a scene with Godzilla and Anguirus talking to each other where there's Japanese speech bubbles with English voices.
Japanese speech bubbles, English voices. This is great.
And even as these are like 60s and 70s, but even Godzilla versus Kong comprehends sign language. Like, already in real life, the evidence for apes understanding sign language is like very contentious, but no, he can understand like really weird the concept of an enemy, so like something you can't really explain to a gorilla in real life.
So he just inherently understands that. So they can communicate in a sentient way that humans could communicate.
Yes.
That's good. That's the answer. Boy, those are some magic fuckers. So the very, 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 very first instance of Godzilla was when? How early? That was like 40s or 50s?
1954.
54. Okay.
Yeah.
And that was the
basically
little guy. The little, the felt Godzilla. He looks felt to. I don't think he's felt. The little Godzilla.
Oh, do we mean like in canon? I thought we were talking about when the movies came out.
No. I guess okay. I guess both. You know, it hadn't even occurred to me in canon that there would be a whole species of Godzilla. In my mind, every movie just had one Godzilla, and that was the only Godzilla, and it was like AUs each time.
Yes, there are 2 big timelines, and then there are a bunch of separate ones starting at the year 2000, where they were like doing one-shots or like little duology stuff.
That's fun.
I'm also... Yeah, so I'm going to explain just kind of like timeline terminology. If I say Showa timeline, that's 1955 to 1979. If I say Heisei, that's 1985 to 1994 off the top of my head. Millennium, it's a bunch of different movies, so I'll just probably call them out by name. The Millennium movie, and now we're in Reiwa, which started in 2016.
With the live action movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do they have those names? Is it the directors?
No, those are the names of the periods in Japan. Technically, the Heisei period lasted past the 2000s, but we just differentiate the 2000s because they're so different. Because the Heisei period is one continued narrative throughout all the 90s with a psychic link to this person. It's a lot.
That is... Okay, you just dropped a lot of lore on me all at once. Okay, Shiloh asked for Flamin' Hot Funyuns. That's fucked up. Okay, Flamin' Hot Funyuns and Arizona Sweet Tea. I can do that. I'm a simple man. Flamin' Hot Funyuns. Wow, that's a hell of a choice. So there are like multiple timelines. There are multiple canons. How many? Okay, in a single timeline, how many Godzillas do we have? What's like the most Godzillas we've had in a single timeline?
Okay, so we're actually working on one for Wikizilla now because the Heisei series has a time paradox in it, so there could be any number in that one.
That's fucked. Okay. Okay.
I would say 3 most of the time, because there's one that comes ashore in 1954, he dies, and then like another one shows up. But then there's usually a baby that pops up also that Godzilla raises. But then we'll get variations on it.
Coming from?
We'll get into it. And also there were more before it. So this is another deep lore thing. So Tomoyuki Tanaka, who was the producer for the Godzilla series, wrote why Godzilla like attacks, basically. Is that they were living peacefully under the water, and then a hydrogen bomb test wiped out his entire family, basically.
Oh my god.
Which is why he's like... Because he was smoother before that. We might be seeing that in the new movie. That's the rumor, because the new movie's working tight. Yeah, like he wasn't as rough skinned. Like he was more like a lizard.
He got fucking eczema from the hydrogen bomb. That is wild.
Yeah, like like that was like the rate. So that's, I forget the name of that book, but if you look at the 1954, we did a Wikizilla. Titano says the name of it. So
that's fascinating. I knew that. Like,
and the new.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the new Japanese one coming out this year is called Origins. Is the title, so that might be what we're covering.
Origins sounds very exciting. I would fucking love to know what's going on there. I knew that it was like made in reaction to fucking Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right? Like originally the story was like a reaction to that, which makes a lot of sense, I would say. But like that's interesting that in itself is pretty much, or like that messaging is still incorporated into like the actual canon origin. Like I feel like it almost leaves allegory at that point. That is interesting.
Yeah, I thought I could also some people in the kaiju fandom might be attracted to these monsters. I think the creator of Godzilla, Honda, gives a quote about monsters in general, and this might apply to that are on the monster fucking list. He said, "Monsters are tragic beings, tall, too strong, too heavy. They are not evil by choice. That is their tragedy. They do not attack people because they want, but because of their size and strength." I kind of see like a flavor of queer myself. You know, you can find a connection with that where...
Oh, yeah. The fascination with monster fucking from like the queer community especially, I cannot prove this, but I feel like it has something to do with the being perceived as monstrous and still being embraced. Like that, I think that's great. I absolutely get that. Okay, I'm gonna order the Funyuns and a Dr. Peppy. Can get Dr. Peppy. Hold on. Shut up. I'm getting Dr. Peppy. I'm getting Dr. Peppy, and you just have to wait. You just have to put your fucking PowerPoint on hold.
I am talking to Peppy PhD.
They have cookies and cream popcorn. That sounds gross. That doesn't sound good. I'm curious. I got the Big Dill Ranch tortilla chips last time, and do you want to know what they tasted like? Not dill. Didn't taste like fucking pickles. No, they tasted good, but they actually just tasted exactly like Cool Ranch Doritos. But with like the actual like right amount of seasoning, which I love. I think that's great. However, no pickle. Disappointing. Okay, I'm gonna do the nacho cheese tortilla chips. That sounds wild. And by wild, I mean, you know, relatively basic for a chip flavor, but it sounds like it's gonna be gross, so I do want to eat it. Okay, I feel good about this order. Oh, wow. So affordable. Never mind, this is not affordable. Hold on, I have to take, okay, I'm taking off the ice cream. Okay. It's too much shit. Okay, better, that's better. Alright. That's the right address. Okay. Oh, I'll get to do an unboxing on stream. That's so exciting. Alright, boys. We got snackies on the way. Okay, hit me. What's the next slide? I'm actually really happy that you detailed this so I wouldn't have to contend with that later on.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to start with probably current famous face of the American face of the Godzilla franchise. We're talking about Leggy or Monsterverse Goji.
Love that. Love it. Look at the...
Standing...
Wow. Wow!
Standing about 120 meters tall, weighing nearly 100,000 tons, apex predator, and keeps the rest of the monsters in line.
100,000 tons?
Yes.
That's a lot of MFing. Don't mind my language. That's a lot of MFing tons. That's crazy. Hey, so you said that it keeps all the other monsters in line. I know about Mothra, but I don't know what that whole deal is. So there's a lot of monsters in the Godzilla universe?
Yeah, we'll get to... we're gonna get a good fair bit of monsters when we go through these. Okay. There's... in the current American timeline, Titans that have existed since, like, the beginning, basically. And they're, just by virtue of being around, they're, like, putting back together the environment. Like, he's not on the list, but there's one called Behemoth, who just by being around can, like, regrow forests and stuff.
That's great. That's just like Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, I'm Googling something really bad, and I'm not gonna say what it is on stream, but I just have to check something for a minute. Hold on. I'm trying to decide how I'm gonna rate this fucker. Hold on. This sucks. Oh no. Ah! I don't know what I anticipate. They gave Godzilla pretty big titties, is all I'm gonna say. Okay. This is, I do like this. I'm gonna admit it. I tend to, like, advertise being a furry more than being a scaly, but yeah, that's great. You know, it's like Big Dragon. This thing, what? Breathes fire, right?
Atomic breath, yes.
I don't even know what that means. Cool, good, I think.
So it's not fire, it's just like concentrate clear beam, essentially.
That's fucked up. Spooky Ghost Toast said that Godzilla is a less tentacly Cthulhu, and that doesn't sound right. That can't be right.
So, in the new movie they did, in King of the Monsters, they show he has an underground kingdom that was, like, built for him. There's a lot of stuff in the new movies. Hollow Earth is involved in it. It was, like, a temple built for him. So you could say that's, like, for Cthulhu, but, like, not in most camps.
Okay. So usually, no. But lately... Lately, sure.
A little bit.
So this is the really powerful, like the latest one, the really powerful one.
The latest American one, yeah.
Latest American one. Okay, gotcha. Listen, especially the one on the far left with all the pretty colors. Yeah, no, absolutely. As far as a numerical rating, let me think. Okay. I would say, okay, this sounds like unlikely, but I would say 6 out of 10. If this made the first move, I would immediately crumble. I think that's great. This fucker's getting a solid 6 out of 10. Oh, I should be taking notes because I'm gonna have to update the Google Doc later. Oh, god damn it. Where's the notes at? Fuck. Okay, open notepad. So this is Legendary Goji. This is a 6. Okay, hit me.
Okay, so next we're gonna go to the face of the Japanese Godzilla franchise, Shin Godzilla. Standing 119 meters tall, weighing 92,000 metric tons. He goes through several forms throughout the whole movie, basically invincible, and does kill most of the Japanese government.
Okay, listen, anti-government Godzilla. I can't super argue with that. This one is
so more... he's also he's co-created by Hideaki Anno, who Evangelion. So
that is wild. This
if you want to see like one of the adolescent forms, you can Google Kamata-kun, which I will type in chat to you, so you can just see how it's typed.
This design looks like it got blowed up a little. I'm gonna be real with you. This does look like it got a little blasted. Okay, on the right, what is happening there? It looks like its jaw got real big.
Oh yeah, he can unhinge his jaw. He can also bifurcate his bottom jaw.
Wait, I don't know what bifurcate means. Does that mean split in half?
Yeah, split in half.
I do know what bifurcate means. I just don't like that. Oh, it's a baby. Kamada-kun.
He also has a second mouth on his tail.
What is up with that? What evolutionary need? Where's the mouth? I'm looking at that end. Where's the mouth?
It's like a very bony thing, and like at one point they're like, I think it's the U.S. is dropping bombs on him, and he's like, his body's down but his tail's up, and the end of the tail opens up like a bony mouth and fires the beam up at the planes, dropping bombs on him.
Double-ended. That's crazy. Double-ended fire blaster. That's wild. I like this. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. Before the jaw is unhinged, it has a really weak chin. And I'm realizing that the Twitch chat can't see that because of where my head is. Hold on, let me move my head.
So what I've heard is that the design, the shape of the head is based off of a cloud.
Off of what? You cut out, I'm sorry.
A mushroom cloud.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. I can see that. That is interesting. I'm gonna move my little head down on the Twitch screen because I don't want to block any of the cool Godzillas. Also, just to be clear, I understand. Kaiju, I was under the impression that that was basically just that basically meant sea monster based on the other context I'd heard it in. I feel like that's
Kaiju just means is Japanese for monster. Daikaiju is Japanese for giant monster. You can kind of use them interchangeably.
Oh, okay, noted. I feel like I keep hearing it in the context of like sea monsters lately. That's good to know. This guy is not.
And if
that's a big tail. That's a big tail. I'm like looking at the picture on the right. Yeah. No, it might take me a little, but yeah. No, this is a 5 out of 10. I would experiment with this in my rowdy college years. I feel like with each of them, I have to process what's going on visually and then assess whether or not I'd fuck it. And yeah, I think so. I'd get there.
So before I move on to the next one, just another terminology that might come up. Kaijin is for like strange man, so that's more for humanish monster. So like, for instance, like Frankenstein would be considered a rather than a kaiju.
Okay.
Because kaiju, I think, literally means strange beast. Kaijin is strange man.
That's cool. Okay, yeah. It's like fucked up humanoid. Where's my snacks?
So
So
he's 5.
Yeah,
so we're gonna go to the next one. Okay. This is Monster Warrior Godzilla, appearing in the manga storyline Monster Warrior Godzilla, created by concept artist and Godzilla suit actor Hurricane Ryu Hatakin. The story reimagines Godzilla and the other kaiju as humanoid warriors stranded on Earth, and Godzilla is characterized almost exactly like Guts from Berserk.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay. See, here's the thing. I can't tell if it's, like, better for me or worse for me that he is, like, a good guy in this context, and that he kind of has, like, a Chad phase. Virtual Pet Party, first time chatter, by the way, rated this fucker an 11. Bold entrance. Bold entrance.
That's my boyfriend.
Hello.
That's my boyfriend.
Very bold entrance, my friend. I can't decide if this does it more for me or about the same. He's big, you know, he's more practical as far as like human size goes. Okay, wait, so he looks about girl sized on the left. On the right, he gets real big. Does he get bigger, or is that just a big lady?
She's big. She's
big too.
She's like a spirit.
Oh, okay. This is great. Are they dating? Are they together?
So that panel is when basically he's gonna fight the humans, so the rest of the monsters can kind of like cross back over to their dimension.
Oh, hey, I thought he was fighting on the side of the good guys, or I mean, he could be on the good guys. I thought he was on the side of the humans in this case.
The humans are kind of depicted as the bad guys in this one because the monsters are showing non-aggression and the humans go after them.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, that tracks. I mean, in that case, you know, I also like his little leather daddy armor. That's really fun. Let me think. Where's this going? This is honestly, I would say an 8. I would say this is getting into the fantasizing in the wee hours of the morning territory. So I feel like we're moving up, which is really fun. And in my brain, I'm like, I think that's all the kinds of Godzillas there are. And you've only shown me 3, but I know there's like 25 slides here. So I don't know what comes next.
Yeah, we're going to stretch out to some other monsters real quick. Next, we're going to go to probably the OG monster romance. First, other Monster Warrior. We see the other monsters. So there's some of the other ones. There's Anguirus.
Oh, I like him. I like that. I do.
And we also see the robot ones. I don't know where robots rank for you.
Robots, depending... Okay, Ultron was actually the first character that started the Monster Fucker series. It was originally just kind of like non-human in general. I was more inclined towards robots at the time, though. But then it rapidly got into furry shit. Oops.
Yeah.
It happens. But yeah, robots can get up there, although I'm not as inclined lately. That dragon in the back on the left is very fun, but I think I am most inclined to this guy on the top left, the humanoid guy in the middle there. I like that. He's fun.
Yeah, so I didn't have anything specific. We don't have to rate these ones. I'm assuming they're going to rate about the same as Godzilla. But next,
nice bonus.
OG monster romance, King Kong.
King Kong!
So I went with the Monsterverse Kong primarily because he's got gorilla traits, but he's also clearly not a gorilla. He walks up on 2 legs.
Very humanoid.
Yeah, and this is on the left is him in the recent Godzilla vs. Kong, where they aged him up and gave him a beard. On the right is when he's an adolescent in Skull Island.
That is interesting. He gets a beard.
Yeah, and also I included the 1976 King Kong. Because that's the most romantic coded one, how they write him against Jessica Lange's character.
Oh my God.
It's the most explicitly romantic between the two of them. He does gently undress Jessica Lange at one point in that movie.
Wow, that sucks. Jesus Christ.
She's kind of into it.
Oh my God.
And I also included Toho's Kong because I think he's silly.
He's so silly. Please tell me that's the guy in his suit.
It is.
Yeah! All they wanted was guys in suits. This is great. Okay, here's the thing. Yes. Okay, Spooky Ghost Toast just said, why did they make King Kong a furry version of Kratos? Yes, on the left. He has, on the left, I don't care about any of these other fuckers, but the latest one has real DILF energy. He just looks like a fucking bear you'd meet at a gay bar. Like, you know, he looks like a lumberjack. I think that's great. I like that. Let me think. Oop. Okay. I think that's a 9 out of 10. I'm gonna give you that. Wet and Wild, right fucking now. Also, I'm realizing I want to double check if I have rated King Kong before. Because I feel like I have, or I feel like I did last season. Had to have, right? Let me see. That's Lion King. Oh, King Kong 2005 got a 0.
Yeah, because he's just a gorilla in that one.
Okay, yeah. Which is that?
That's the one where he's mocapped by Andy Serkis.
Hold on, let me look him up. Goddamn, I started this series so long ago. Oh my god, I started this series 2 years ago at this point. Holy shit. No wonder I can't remember.
That's the movie with Adrian Brody and Jack Black in it.
Oh yeah, that's just a gorilla. Yeah. Also, somebody sent this in. That was definitely an audience submission, which means someone did want to fuck that gorilla. That's its own problems.
There is a scene in that movie where he's like ice skating with Anne in New York.
What?
Yeah, so there's like a scene where they're away from the military and like it's New York in winter, so they're like kind of gently skating around the ring together. There's a scene where they look at the suns. I can see why, but he is super just a gorilla in that movie.
Yeah. Spooky Ghost Toast asks, where's his little son? Does he have a son?
So, In the 70s movies, he does have a son. He dies as the son's being born, though, in King Kong Lives.
I thought you meant the son dies, and I was about to be so fucking upset.
No, Kong dies. The movie's called King Kong Lives and Kong Dies. Oh well. And in
out. Oh my god.
And then same year the original one in 1933 came out, there was Son of Kong that came out. The son also dies in that movie.
So he's born and then just immediately kicks it.
Well, so he's already around. So the director that brought Kong to New York basically goes back to Skull Island because he feels bad. He sees the Son of Kong and they're trying to raise him, and Son of Kong dies. His name's Kiko. Trying to say, and he's an albino white gorilla in that one too.
He's just a little fucking guy. That makes me sad. Well, I'm a huge fan of the big one, of the big guy. I like him. So that's my thoughts on the matter.
So next, I don't know how we feel about bugs. But so Mothra is generally a defender of Earth. She's god to a group of island people. She generally doesn't see eye to eye with Godzilla most of the time. Generally, they have beef for some reason. Generally, because Godzilla's making a mess of something. My favorite
was methods.
Yeah, in the top left, that's from the 90s Godzilla vs. Mothra, where Godzilla is completely irrelevant to the plot. He gets hit with a meteor early on to the movie and just goes around pissed and just intercepts the actual plot that Mothra's dealing with.
Cool. All right.
So he's just like a dude that shows up.
But he's in the title. I just double checked. There was a Mothra movie. There was a movie called Mothra.
Yes.
I rated that particular Mothra, on the besties tier. Not particularly fuckable. This presentation is not super doing it for me. Wasn't the one for Mothra just very fluffy?
I think so.
Was that 2019?
Oh, that would be the 2019 one. Is the bottom right Mothra?
Okay, then it couldn't have been the 2019 one. Which one am I thinking of? When did the Mothra movie come out?
1961 question mark? Maybe 1959. I'm not sure. I might be mixing it up with Rodin's movie. There's a lot of these movies.
Okay, I don't know where that original picture came from then. Mothra 1961. It couldn't have been that one. No, because this one's fucked up. No, I remember it was a really cute one. It was cute and white and fuzzy.
That might be top left then. That's from... Oh wait, there's also oh, you might be thinking of Rebirth of Mothra. There was a trilogy of solo movies in the 90s where Mothra dies in the first one, but the rest of it is Mothra's son, the only male Mothra we've ever gotten, Mothra Leo, who's got a couple different forms and some are fuzzy.
None of these are right. These are not. Oh, this! I think it might have been Reverse of Mothra 3. It might have been this little fucker. Hold on, I'm gonna paste this in the Discord chat so you can see it. It might have been that. I feel like I remember it looking like CGI though. Okay, was Mothra in any of the recent Godzilla movies or King Kong movies?
Yeah, so that's I think that's Eternal Mothra. That's the form he takes in the last couple minutes of the movie.
Okay. Was there Godzilla and Mothra 2019?
So because you saw that, I need to mention a popular ship in the Godzilla fandom, despite them not particularly liking each other,
kissing.
Is Mothzilla.
I didn't anticipate that.
The director of Godzilla King of the Monsters from 2019 actually likes the ship. So much so that they include a piece of dialogue in the movie about Godzilla's species and Mothra's species having a symbiotic relationship, and then one of the human characters are like, do you mean they bone?
No. No, I just wanted to see. Okay, is Mothra in any of the recent Godzilla movies?
Yeah, 2019's Godzilla King of the Monsters. That's the bottom right one.
Okay, King of the I need to get a close-up. I I mean, she's real pretty and blue in this. Is everything blue? Is a lot of shit blue? Maybe it was that. Why'd they tell me it was from fucking Mothra then? God damn, I've been on this goose chase for the real Mothra. Okay, well, out of the Mothras I'm being shown here, they look very fuzzy. They do still look fuzzy. They do still look nice and friendly, and they're generally protectors. I think this is still gonna have to go on a besties tier. My stance on Mothra is not changing. I do sometimes like bug girls, but this looks more bug than girl, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, Barb said that she feels like I might be confusing Mothra with the Pokemon Volcarona, and I don't know who that is either. Are you a Pokemon kind of pal?
Not really. I don't know that much.
Me neither. What? I am not. Okay, this one does look fuzzy too. This is cute. Doesn't super look like Mothra to me, but she is a bug, and unfortunately, I can see people sexualizing her.
God.
So Mothra is still a bestie. I feel comfortable saying that.
Okay, so we can move on to the next one. We're going to get on to one of Godzilla's rivals, Rodan. Rodan is basically a pterodon.
That's a little... Oh, his face looks stupid. Okay, that one sucks. That one fucking sucks. You got me with the one on the left. The one on the bottom right sucks. Looks like...
So I think I might get you with the one on the right from what the story with that one is.
Okay, I'll have to smash up the parts I like.
So this is from Godzilla. The one on the right's from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2, which is the third movie where he fights Mechagodzilla. This franchise is fun. That's
fun. Wait, so they make Godzilla fight Metal Gods. It's like Sonic versus Metal Sonic.
Pretty much.
Fucking Christ.
So, basically how he gets entered into it is that a bunch of explorers find an egg in a big nest, and they're like, what's this? It turns out it's a Godzilla baby egg that ended up in the Rodan nest. So Rodan thinks it's his baby, but Godzilla knows it's his baby. And it's a custody battle while the humans are trying to kill them both with a mecha Godzilla in the background.
That's so fucked. I like this guy though. I like his fucked up little beak face. At least with the one on the left, I like that a lot. There is a very there's such a thin margin between those two beaks in a way that I can't identify. I like the more hawk-like one on the left. I don't like the big bird one on the right. That's all I can. That's the only way I can put it. Fiery wings?
Yeah, he generally lives in volcanoes and stuff.
Bigger than helicopters too, huh? This is great. Let me think. I like this guy. I'm a big fan. I think this is a 7. Thinking about doing it every time I see it. I think that's great. I like it. I think he's cool. Bigger than a Boeing 747.
So from rival, we're gonna go to arch enemy, King Ghidorah.
Same thing.
Well, rivals, like, they're sometimes friends.
Oh.
But this is they're friends. So King Ghidorah, generally an alien, just a 3-headed hydra from space. But sometimes he's not. Like in the 90s movies, he's an adult form of these tiny species called Dorats that mutated.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, the little babies. They have big fucking eyes. They look like Jim Henson made them for Labyrinth. Holy shit. Wow, those suck. That's great. Wow, they're
cute in motion.
They're so small and round and smooth. What is up with that? This is great. Huh.
And then in the movie Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All Out Attack, that's the real name of the movie. He's an adolescent Orochi, the 9-headed dragon from Japanese mythology.
Oh, so he hasn't grown in his adult heads yet.
Yes.
That's really cute. Okay, that's fun. I like this guy. King Ghidorah, huh?
That's also the only movie where he's a good guy, is GMK. He is the god of the sky in that one. In that movie, Godzilla is an angry spirit awoken by the victims of Japanese war crimes to take revenge on Japan.
That is Yeah, that sounds justified. Right as you said that, I did look up King Ghidorah R34, and I did regret what I found. Some people are making a lot of money on Patreon, and that is all I'm gonna say on that. Yeah, anyway, that research notwithstanding, yeah, I'd probably fuck it. There's a lot of spikes on these bad boys. Listen, Spooky Ghost, if I'm having a hard time envisioning it for myself, the internet will always do it for me. At no point do I have to try and work that one out for myself, in terms of anatomy. I'm interested. I'm interested, in the one on the left, of course. Let me think.
The heads do have names, by the way.
Oh, that's fun.
The director of King of the Monsters did it. It's a meme that almost everyone in the fandom has grown to hate. The two on the left are Ichi and Ni, which is Japanese for 1 and 2. The third one's name is Kevin.
Fucking Christ. That's funny. I'll give him that. I think this is like a 9. I'm gonna be real with you. I like the real, like, dragon-like aspect. And it's got big fucking wings. Big fucking wings. That's a plus. That's a big plus. You know, I didn't think the wings were it for me, but I'm realizing now, yeah, they absolutely contribute.
So if Ghidorah's a 9, I think the next one might be the 10 one, because I almost didn't include this next one, because it's just a variant of Ghidorah, but definitely the type. Monster X, which is a pre-transformation version of Ghidorah.
Oh.
That art is drawn by official Godzilla artist Matt Frank. This is just like pre-transforming into a 4-legged form called Kaiser Ghidorah. And here's him also succeeding to lift Godzilla with ease.
That's fucked up. Yeah, that's a 10. That's a 10. I'll give it to you. Barb said that's a Power Ranger villain, and yeah. Yeah, it does. Okay, I'm gonna note Ghidorah from Monster X.
Oh, Monster X is the name of a different movie. This movie is Final Wars. It's just this they called him Monster X to keep it a secret that Ghidorah was in the movie.
Oh.
Hot damn, the monster fucking has returned.
Hi, Night Whisker. Thank you for resubbing. What movie did you say it was?
Godzilla Final Wars.
Final Wars. Also, I may need you to jump back a second because I need to verify what movies, the ones I wanted to fuck with from.
So one on the left is King of the Monsters. One in the middle is Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah from, I think, 1991. One on the right is Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All Out Attack.
Okay. The one before this, the Rodan with the pointy beak.
That is King of the Monsters.
Okay, okay, this color grade seems to be King of the Monsters. Mothra, the one you showed me was the, you showed me a few different ones.
Yeah, so 1993 Godzilla vs. Mothra. I might be getting the years wrong.
Okay.
Tokyo SOS Mothra, GMK Mothra, and then the King of the Monsters Mothra.
Perfect. And King Kong, the really sexy one.
Godzilla vs. Kong, Kong Skull Island is the one next to it. I think they're the same iteration.
Okay. And Monster Warrior Godzilla was that...
It's from just a manga called Monster Warrior Godzilla.
Gotcha. Okay. Alright, yeah, that should be good. Okay, take me back to where we were. Hey Barb, thanks for resubbing. That is a lot of money.
Stevie, this is too many months.
So the next one, wait, I forget how many I have. Okay, so Kiryu, not a Yakuza character. In fact, he used to be called Mechagodzilla 3.
He looks like one of the fucking Cybermen from Doctor Who. Christ, what were they called? Were they called Cybermen?
Yes.
Okay, I thought I misremembered it. What?
So more about him. He's not just a Mechagodzilla. Inside of him is the skeleton of the original Godzilla. And he's possessed by the ghost of the original Godzilla.
That's a little eerie in a way I don't super love. So he's possessed by the spirit, but also the bones. Did the spirit come with the bones? I'm
Yes.
assuming. Okay,
Yeah.
noted. Hey, who put the bones in the robot?
They were like, oh, well, we need to build a robot to fight Godzilla, so like this will give it structure.
Sure, that's how robots and bones work.
And Mothra shows up and is like, don't do it! There's
She
a
was
ghost
right.
in there!
She was right. She was absolutely correct. Oh, Barb, you're right. Barb said that soul is stored in the bones. Robocopzilla. Don't love that. Does look like a rock and pop 'em. Ooh, a hype train's close. Folks, we got 2 minutes left to get a hype train going. That's exciting.
There are some other angles of him, so I would recommend looking up Kiryu Mechagodzilla, because I do think he's the least weird looking of the Mechagodzillas, and the most edgy 2000s AMVs of them.
I'm very excited to see Jesus, you weren't kidding. This does look a lot like that, just like the weird futurism stylings of the early 2000s. This is fascinating. The blue and silver. Wow, he looks really silly. I don't think I would fuck this. I don't know if we could be friends either, to be honest with you. I'm not sold on this one. Yeah, this is a 2. This would be short-lived and extremely unhappy.
Alright, for the movies, this is from both Against Mechagodzilla from 2002 and Godzilla Tokyo SOS from 2003.
Okay.
So next, King Caesar. This is probably the most furry bait out of all of them.
Is this that big fucking monkey?
No, he's a Shisha, which is a Okinawan variant of a Chinese guardian lion.
Oh. That's a dude in a fursuit.
Yeah, so left is his first appearance in Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, the first one. Top is his appearance in the video game.
I hate that
Godzilla Unleashed. It's for the Wii. They did what they could.
I really hate that one.
Bottom middle is from Godzilla Final Wars, and the one on the right is from comics.
He does have boob armor. Hey, Squid, do you want to fuck this one? I haven't been asking your opinions on these. Do you want to fuck this one?
They're all my friends. I don't really have.
Okay.
I was so funny backstory. I'm in a couple Godzilla Discord servers, and one is where I met most of my current best friends. I was shocked and aghast when I found out some of them wanted to fuck these monsters. I was very surprised.
Okay.
And then, you realize most of us are scalies, right? And I'm like,
that tracks. That makes a lot of fucking sense overall. King Caesar, Godzilla. Oh, I was thinking Caesar from that other movie. This guy has big ass ears. What is up with the ears?
Oh, when he gets scared, his ears do fold up.
That's really cute.
Like he's like a dog.
Okay, the creature concept art that I'm about to send you, I think is sexier in a way I can't identify. I think because it's more angular and vicious looking. It's pointier. Ooh. You know, it's got more spikes involved. Oh my god.
Oh
hi,
no, I
Aether.
am sorry for being late for the horndog pensive face.
Thank you for resubbing, Aether. I almost called you Arthur. Aether. Yeah, this is the Horn Dog Hour. We are getting a little nasty on Godzillas. This guy, I don't like him. I like that he does look a little bit like a puppy in this one, which is fun. And I'm all for puppy boy rights, but, you know, this is, I don't like him. I don't like his armor. I can't get a good idea of what's going on. I'm not sold. This is, 3. I'd have to be at least 8 shots deep. That's my final rating on King Caesar. Also, why the fuck is he called King Caesar?
So when they were localizing it, his Japanese name is King Shisha, which is just, the name of the stacked Okinawan variant of the guardian lion. But when the English dubbers heard it, they were like, "Oh, Caesar."
Oh.
And then it just became his official name.
Yeah, that tracks. Oh my god, hi baby. Yay! My snacks are here. This is great. Okay, we're gonna do a quick snack trying sesh. Oh yeah, that was really hard to open last time. Here's the scissors.
I'm glad we've gotten at least 110 so far.
We have gotten at least 110. Wait. Those are tiny. That's not what I thought they'd be at all. On the
It
pack.
says mini.
Oh, I didn't even realize the packaging makes them look big. It has these little. Oh, it's just the cinnamon sticks. I might be dumb. They
Got this little
are.
cap.
Yeah. Oh, they're mini donut puffs.
They taste like organic Cheetos puffs. Oh my god, who is that has that Shadow Me PFD?
King Caesar. These taste a little like those Taco
Oh
Bell
my
cinnamon
God.
sticks.
Do you like Sonic or something?
I do, but these are Godzilla monsters.
I like Sonic.
Hold on, hold on.
Sorry, I'm eating these really gross.
No, here. Is that Shadow and Amy?
Yeah, that's Shadow and Amy.
Shad Amy?
It looks like a panel from comics. Anyway, hello.
Hello. I also like Shadow and Amy together.
Oh my god, I love them so much. Back in the day, I made some really horrible, crummy fan art of them.
It was really cute.
It's just the worst. I also make CV watch Shadow Me AMVs, which give me a lot of dopamine.
They're really
I've made them. I've made some of them.
Please, if you still have them on YouTube, you should really send them to me.
Oh, I've put them on my Tumblr. Hold on.
Please do that.
That's
Oh.
so funny. What was your first Sonic game?
Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh, SA2, I love that. Mine was Mega Collection for the PS2. It's neat.
I made this image.
Oh dear. They sent an image. How do I view it?
Oh. Here.
I'm not privy in technologies. Oh my god. Yeah, that's essentially how it ended, yeah. God damn. I love that.
I'll send the AMVs later where I don't run the risk of getting Stevie's stream demonetized.
Absolutely. Please do. It was so nice to talk to you. Enjoy the rest of the stream.
Nice talking to you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Could you do me a favor and
What?
put those in a little coffee filter?
These?
Uh-huh. Would you mind taking these from me?
I don't get it. Why you don't want them?
Oh, I just want to eat those right now because they're
Oh.
sweet.
Okay.
Can we rank him anyways? Rank who anyways? Caesar?
Wasn't it 3 for Caesar? It was 8 shots deep. I remember that.
I didn't read further above. Spooky Ghost was asking if Eggman would count as a monster. No. He's a
No.
human man with a funny face. Also, hi Jude. OMG. Hi viewers.
Are we still doing? I'm not looking at the stream to prevent my end from lagging. Are we still eating snacks, or is it next panel time? I don't know.
Which, what movie or what should I put as the source of Caesar?
I would just I kind of covered everything of Caesar's appearances. Put parentheses Godzilla. I would say is the best one because that's all the appearances.
Okay. Hit me. What's next?
So this one's a bonus one. It's drawn by official Godzilla artist Matt Frank again. I think it's based off of the puppet show Godzilla because the face is a little similar. But Queen Caesar. I know some of the lesbians in your chat were going crazy over
That
this
is
one.
absolutely not a monster. But yeah. Yeah, okay. Godzilla's face. This is How are they allowed to do this shit?
Toho doesn't care.
That's delightful. Yeah, Barb said Oka. This is great. I'm a big fan. Definitely not a monster. So cute though. I'm a little bit sad that we didn't get, you know, a real like monster girl with titties. But yeah, they gave us your watered down monster girl. Oh hi.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry. So next is Gigan. Gigan is another alien monster, part cyborg, frequently teamed up as Ghidorah's sidekick. He's gone through a couple different designs. This is the Final Wars design depicted in what the fandom calls the sexy Gigan statue.
Yeah, that is a sexy Gigan statue, because that first one was fucking goofy. He's got hooks for hands.
Yep. And he gets blown up partially through that one. He comes back with chainsaw hands.
That's so fucking funny. Knife Hands McGee. I'm a big fan of this guy. I actually do like aside from the chainsaw hands, I like the sleek, like, look of that suit. I think that's fun. Is that a creature or a mech suit? Because it looks like he's made of metal.
He's a cyborg. He was once organic. We haven't seen what he'd look like organic. The book, I think it's the second Monster Planet Godzilla book. The trilogy of anime ones got prequel books.
Okay.
The anime movies are bad. Don't watch them.
Fair. Fair.
The protagonist is just Eren Yeager, but worse.
God, that's funny. Barb said, not a gentle lover. This is fun. I like this one. Let me think. I would say... I would say a 7. Thinking about doing it. Every time I see this bad boy, I'm gonna give that a solid 7. Nope, not a 76, a 7. Yay! Okay, wait, what was he from again? Or what should I put?
So the one, if it was just specifically the blue ones, that's from Godzilla Final Wars.
Okay. Godzilla Final Wars. Perfect.
So next, I need to stress, I've had to censor these ones. This is from a children's puppet show.
Wait, is it that bad?
You told me I couldn't send to your chat.
I forgot.
Because they gave Geigen's mom some rockin' tits.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And then Matt Frank did art of it. Hold on, let me see if I can get the uncensored art of that one just to send to you.
Please send it to me and I will look at it on my phone. Oh my god. They gave her, like, Pixar mom hips. Holy shit.
And I can only think about how the puppet on the left is, like, human size, and I just think about that Tumblr post about Gengar's height.
That is a corset body. Heard my cat meow, but I don't know from where. I'm assuming he's fine.
I'm curious how she's gonna rank.
She's, yeah. The face is a little weird. I don't love the little side pincers. I forgot that I was looking at King Ghidorah. That's, yep. Wow. The one on the right, I just found it. Wow. I don't like the cooter area.
The chainsaw cooter?
It's knives.
Oh, it spins.
What?
Yeah, so both with the let me go back. This is a chainsaw in the middle. They spin. They're not just knives, they spin.
And he had to put it on her coochie.
Keep in mind, children's puppet show.
There's spikes on the titties. These are crazy. This is not doing it for me. And I am... Okay, the mouth and the head area is definitely where it's getting me.
But the chainsaw cooter is fine.
I'm honest to God not as concerned about the chainsaw cooter. I'm a little scared. This I would have to be 8 shots deep. That's a 3. That's a 3 out of 10. Yeah. Kaigen's mom. So good. So great.
So next we're gonna get to Godzilla's best friend, Anguirus.
He's got a friend.
He's an Ankylosaurus. He's just kind of is.
He's so
he can roll into a ball like an armadillo and roll at people.
It's really cute. I like him. I like him a lot. So I see that I'm not like getting any like high-res, like, HD images of him, so I'm assuming he isn't in, like, the most recent ones.
Yeah, so Final Wars, the 2004 one, is the one on the right, is his most recent appearance. He did make a cameo as a skeleton in the 2019 one,
That's
with the
sad.
implication that he, like, died, like, alongside Godzilla for some reason.
Oh. That makes me sad. I'm putting him on the besties tier, I think. He's got a lot of spikes on the back. And a little turtle. He's got a little turtle chest.
Yeah.
He's
So
got a turtly thing going on, yeah.
next is Megalon. This one's probably Gigan's best friend. Big ol' beetle.
Big fucking beetle.
He is god of an underground civilization known as Seatopia. Basically, what his story is that he's summoned. So basically, they're doing nuclear bomb testing on top, which is just ruining the city of Seatopia. So they send Megalon up to basically get revenge.
Huh.
That's kind of what happens in that one.
That is a big fucking beetle. So what's... Okay, in the back, is that, Gigan?
Yes.
Okay, I can recognize him now. I don't love the beetle face. I do like his star head. I think that's cute. I don't know if it's attractive, necessarily, but it's fun. Not Megalodon, Megalon. Oh, he's very silly. Oh, he's very silly looking. I love him. He's got a little star on his head.
He's a goofy little guy.
He's really goofy looking. No fucking way. No way in hell. Yeah, that's just a 1. He just looks silly. No way. He is a Christmas tree. Nice ones too, Electric Boogaloo. What was he from again?
Godzilla versus Megalon.
I should have guessed, honestly. They just kept pitting Godzilla against creatures.
Yeah.
Not a guy was sent to get revenge, but I guess they were kind of grasping at straws. You don't have anybody else, you're gonna send Megalon. You got the guy. Yeah, that boy's a 1. He looks real clunky. I bet he jingles when he walks. I bet he sounds like a pocket full of coins.
Okay, so from the opposite end of the spectrum. Oh yeah, here's another picture of
That's
Megalon.
fun. Still not fuckable though.
Yeah.
He's got 2 toes.
Yep. So next, we're going from like fun to terrifying. This is Desostroya.
Ooh.
This is one of the few monsters that Godzilla could not beat.
Desostroya.
That is their aggregate form, where they start like as a bunch of little babies and they come together to become the big monster.
That's not bad.
So what the backstory is basically, so the thing that killed the original Godzilla was a bomb called the Oxygen Destroyer, which basically just dissolves oxygen all around it. But there was a little crustacean that got caught in it, and over a period of like 40 years, this.
I thought it did look like a little crab or a scorpion. This is... I'm not gonna lie. I think that's great. And Godzilla couldn't even beat her.
Yep.
Okay, wait, so what's her powers?
So, besides flight, which is obvious because of the wings, the beam is just called the Oxygen Destroyer. It does the same thing the bomb does in a concentrated blast. The scenes of like when the crabs are around, because they start little and then they get bigger before they join together. When they're little, the scenes are shot like parts from Aliens, where it's like a bunch of really dark hallways and they're like kind of like skittering around.
Oh, I hate that. That's fun. I really enjoy this. Yeah. This is... That little chest plate thing is so fucking weird. I need to get past that part because it's not going to be super pertinent.
In a deleted scene, it opens up and fires a laser out of it. They cut it from the final film, but that's why it's there.
That's goofy. I love that. This is fun. Even the little scorpion form up there is fun. Let me think. Where's this falling? We're getting up there. Yeah, I would say we're getting Wet and Wild. That's a 9 out of 10. You said it was terrifying, but I'm like, ooh, wowee. So what is this from again?
Godzilla vs. Destroya. This is also the movie
I should have fucking guessed that one too. I need to just start putting that down.
This is also a movie where Godzilla is having a nuclear meltdown in it. Because Godzilla's heart is a nuclear reactor, and he's melting down in this movie.
Oh my god! No wonder he lost to her. It's not his fault.
So yeah, so 9 out of 10 for Destroya.
Oh yeah.
Now we're gonna get into Godzilla's siblings.
They're siblings.
Biollante. Another one that is kind of terrifying, but oddly enough, she's the hero of her movie. She is a cross between Godzilla's DNA, the DNA of a rose, and the soul of a scientist's dead daughter.
Sure, fucking whatever, I guess. So that's her?
Yeah, the left is a render from a video game. Because all the renders online are generally either from further away or this image of her trying to eat Godzilla.
That sucks. I don't like that. I don't like the alligatorness of it. Hey, how's the rose come into play? Fuck does that mean?
She starts as that, and then she turns into the other one.
Sure, alright, why not? Oh, she's got teeth on the top and the bottom and just filling in the whole thing.
So basically the full backstory, because I abridged it a lot. Basically, the story is a scientist who's trying to make a durable plant that can survive this arid climate of this fictional country. But it's blown up by an American government group because the American government doesn't like that area. A lot of the Heisei movies are very anti-American, kind of a vibe.
Yeah.
So it gets blown up, but his daughter dies in that explosion. So he grieving takes her DNA and mixes it with that of a rose, so he can kind of always have her. But then in an attempt to make the rose immortal, he mixes Godzilla's cells in because Godzilla's cells are constantly regenerating.
Dude? That's super sad, though.
Yeah. And then, but again, she's the hero of this movie.
Would this not be considered Godzilla's child then?
Yeah, no, she's more of like a sister.
That's a 0.
Okay.
No love for Biollante. I do not like the look of this thing. It's got, someone said yassified Little Shop of Horrors. It's got extra mouths, and all the mouths are ugly. That's not working for me. Wait, so what is she from again?
Godzilla versus Biollante.
Yeah, alright, guess I should have guessed it. Oh man, y'all, and I got bad news. The Rule 34, this one is nowhere near good enough for me to raise that score. So, it is what it fucking is. Godzilla versus Biollante.
So from the sister, let's get to the brother, Space Godzilla.
This is fun. It's got crystals on him.
Yeah, Godzilla's DNA basically floated up into a black hole through circumstances. The characters don't know how that happened. They offer 3 different explanations, and they're just not sure. He basally shows up to Earth, and he's like, I'm gonna fuck up Godzilla. I'm gonna fuck up my brother I'm gonna kidnap his little baby boy and put him in a big crystal prison.
What the fuck? He's a little baby.
Yeah. And also, so as of recently, he's kind of like it's on site with them, but they'll team up. Funnily, in this issue, they team up against these. Yeah, they team up against these new monsters called Trilopods, and they're fighting together. And the second it looks like they've won, Space Godzilla just hits Godzilla in the face and leaves.
That's really funny. So the one in the back on the comic cover is Space Godzilla. Give me that motherfucker. Okay, what's the name of this, fucking edition? What is that? Something of Earth? Monsters of Earth?
Godzilla Rulers of Earth.
Rulers of Earth. Yeah, no, I'd fuck that one, so I'm gonna specify Rulers of Earth. Because, the other one's, look, it's a guy in a suit. You know, it's very silly, but I like it. Oh, he just put crystals all over the houses.
Yeah, he can, like, on them, and he turns Tokyo into, like, his little, like, crystal palace.
So fun, so cool. Really fucked up of him. I would agree. This is really great design. Like, that I like that a lot. That's a very striking silhouette, I would say. Also, bulging arm muscles. I like him. Hold on. Let me think. 7. Think about doing it whenever I see that bad boy. Yep. Listen, the comics one, mwah, stellar, delightful.
Alright, so next we're going to get into 1998 Godzilla, who fandom calls Zilla or Zilla Senior. Basic story-wise, Zilla is a name. Toho purchased the rights back of the design to this character and renamed it Zilla to use in Final Wars. This is the 1998 one most people are familiar with. Here's the concept art of Zilla as well. I want to read a quote from what director Roland Emmerich told the artist who drew the concept art, Patrick Tatopoulos, how to design Godzilla. I told Godzilla designer Patrick Tatopoulos I wanted Godzilla very slim and muscular.
Yeah.
Sexy even. When his tail swishes along buildings, it's almost sensual.
Yeah, it is.
This also has no gender.
That's great.
Because they use he pronouns and like they're like, oh, he's male. He does lay eggs.
I love that. This is great. I like this a lot. It is very, I would agree with the quote. I would say these are pretty sensual. The one on the right is like posing. Like that like that's a boudoir pose. This might be a 10 out of 10. I love that. What's sticking out of the tail in the middle? Is that more tail?
That's a submarine for scale that's going past the...
He's big as hell. Yeah, no, it's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. So from I usually just call this next one's mom because we'll get into why. Zilla Jr., which is the child of the previous one, is from the animated adaptation. But when he hatches, he imprints onto a human. Who is what's his name? The hero from the movie, I forget the actor, Matthew Broderick's character. He imprints onto him and treats Matthew Broderick's character like his dad, basically.
That's really silly. He feels too little for me to rate him. Also, his jaw is real fucked up. He deadass is just like, Daddy, like just finds a random fucking white guy.
It's like the character's name's Nick. Nick was there when the egg first hatched, and Nick was covered in the egg goo. Oh. So they give like a scientific explanation. It's like, oh, I smelt like the mom, and I was the first thing he saw.
Yeah. Oh,
so
sweet boy. He's so stupid. He doesn't know anything. I would agree, though. The expression on the bottom right does look a little bit like Scar with like the squinted eyes and the smile. Yeah, I like that. Oh, what a sweetheart. Bestie's tier for sure. Zilla Jr. Little baby. Wait, so what's he from? Animated series?
It's called Godzilla the series, yeah.
Godzilla the series, okay. Oh, also, Zilla Senior. That was just from Godzilla 1998?
Yes.
Okay.
And they do give Zilla Jr. a girlfriend in one episode.
Sure, fucking why not?
Even though they established that Zilla Jr. is sterile.
Okay, what?
Komodithrax, who is a giant Komodo dragon.
Big as hell.
Also can asexually reproduce. So they do have an egg together. Unfortunately, her and the egg do die before the end of the episode.
What the fuck? That's fucked. That's really sad. And now Zilla Jr. is just grieving, I'm assuming.
Pretty much. And they do it to parallel Nick breaking up with the person who was love interest in the movie. They, like, parallel them, like they both lose their loves.
Damn. That's sad. Yeah, I'm not super big on the big Komodo dragon, but, yeah, that's Big Dragon. That's all I have to say. That's Big Dragon.
Okay, so next, we're going to step outside of the Godzilla series and more to the sister series of Godzilla from other company, Daiei or Kadokawa, the Gamera series. Gamera is a big turtle, a fire-breathing turtle. He can also fly.
Are those tusks?
Yeah.
He flies by letting out a big toot. He looks like he
can also completely withdraw. He can also withdraw completely into his shell and fly like a helicopter, like a fucking Beyblade. There's another up close of Gamera's face.
Oh, he's so silly looking.
So the plot, so his subtitles are both Friend to All Children, which he was in the older series, the Showa series, and then in the Heisei series, he is the god of the universe. His backstory, and I want to just share this fact about the Heisei series, in that trilogy of movies, in the universe that takes place in, turtles do not exist.
Oh.
So when the people see Gamera, they're not like, that's a big turtle. No, the only thing they can compare him to is the black tortoise from, I think, Chinese mythology or Japanese, I forget which one they use for it. I don't think it was Japanese mythology because I felt like they were reaching for something obscure. He's also a bioweapon that was created by Atlantis.
Alright, yeah, why not? Fucking, okay, yeah. What? He's big as hell. Someone said he shoots in the air while spinning 360. That's really fucking funny. If we get two of them in an arena, we could do Big Beyblade. I like the face on this one. It's very silly. It's very funny. That's a bestie for sure. I want to ride on its little back and just take it for a spin.
He does let some human characters do that in the older movies.
Fuck. Yes, this is great. Okay, you said this was from what? The one on the left specifically.
The one on the left is from, just say Gamera 90s trilogy.
Okay. I'm a big fan of this guy. Okay.
And final one, I went with Gamera's arch enemy, Gauss. Gauss is a pterodactyl bat.
Oh, I don't like that. Ooh, I don't like that. What? That's just, that's just a pterodactyl.
So they fly in packs, highly carnivorous.
Yeah, it looks
like a horror movie.
Oh my god. I don't, that's a 0. I don't, like, that's just a little nasty. I look at that and I see dinosaur, you know? That's Smithsonian Museum shit to me. I don't like that very much. Hey, is he carrying a baby cradle in the bottom left? It looks like he snatched a baby.
Oh, he's holding Gamera while Gamera is in the shell.
Oh no! The baby! Oh no! Put him down! That distresses me so deeply. Oh my god. Yeah, fuck this guy. I hate him. That's a 0. Hard no. He makes me angry. He looks like he's carrying a baby basket. This is a good PowerPoint.
I'm glad you did it.
There's so much Godzilla. Who would have thought?
There's so much.
Are there any Godzilla games? You mentioned the Wii video game earlier.
So, yeah, there's a couple Godzilla games. Most recently, the fighting game Gig Bash came out with Godzilla DLC. We streamed it over on Wikizilla.
I didn't catch the full name of the game because it cut out, and so it just sounded like you said Gay Bash, and I was like, yeah, that's right. That tracks.
Giga Bash.
Giga Bash.
I can bring up the trailer for the DLC real fast if we need to.
It was Wikizilla, right?
Yeah, we streamed it. Let me just pull up the trailer on my end for the... for the DLC.
This is great.
Okay, I have it up. Just let me know when it's on stream so I can hit play.
Sorry, I was looking at the Wikizilla page. Oh. I accidentally showed the chat where it had Geigen's mom. Fuck! She doesn't... I don't think she has really distinct nipples. It's probably fine. It's probably fine. Fuck. Okay, show me the trailer.
God.
That's big Mecha Godzilla. Oh! OMG! It's Bay. Is that the man himself? Looking real rugged. Why has he got little cactus spines on the back? You know, I didn't notice those little guys. He's fun. I like him so much. Oh! So this game is just monsters fighting in fuck-up cities.
Yeah.
That's fun. Oh, he's got a lot of weapons. I love her so much. I think she's great. They're squishing all the little guys. Whoa! He's got a lot. He's got a lot. That doesn't seem fair that he gets to nuke the whole city. That's cool as hell, but I think he's a little bit overpowered. Like, once you hit Godzilla level, you're gonna fucking win.
It's fun. There's also another game I had to pay. We played it over on Wikizilla. There's highlights on the Wikizilla extra stream called City Shrouded in Shadow, where you play as a human, like during a kaiju attack. They let me play as a lesbian during it, which was very fun.
That's great. That looks really fun. It looks really fun.
They did Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders me at the end of that game, though, where the girlfriend had to go back to her home planet.
That's very sad.
I was so upset. It's not spoilers for a $90 PS4 game you have to import.
Virtual Pet Party says it's got story mode. That's nifty.
There is a story mode, and all the cutscenes are done in the style of like comic book stuff. Gigabash has its own monsters, so just give me 1 second. I want to make sure I don't, because I never know what's on Google image search.
Oh yeah, I don't search shit on stream anymore. I will find what I need and check it to be safe first.
Yeah, I like what Critical says. You got to avoid the Council of Cock.
Yeah, Cock Council. I say that as if I didn't just Google like 10 different monsters on this stream alone, and just got very lucky that none of it had titties.
God. So I guess I'll go through these ones real fast. They don't really have much. This is my boyfriend's least favorite. It's Goro Gong.
Ugly bitch.
Ugly bitch? That's the official ranking for that one.
Ugly bitch.
Pipijiris, who's an alien.
That does nothing for me. I don't like its design.
Thundertross, with big robot.
That's fun, but also can't tell what's going on here.
Wooly. He's he's an abominable snowman. He has powers like Kirby. He can suck in and spit out and roll up into a ball, and just like there's that achievement if you roll up all the monsters in a battle with him. It's a Katamari achievement.
I like
there's Gigaman, who's based off of Ultraman.
Just a little guy.
Skorak, who's a giant slug or snail
Narsky.
With a Roana.
That's
big plant
cute.
lady.
That's cute. I like her. Her design's cute.
Concrete. He's a building.
He's literally a fucking building. All the things that are just question marks. What? Concrete.
No. Rawa, who I think is kind of like their Godzilla analog before Godzilla got added. And then Ziva, who's like a center of the earth creature.
That's also... I like the pink. I actually think that I just like the pink. I'm not sure I'm compelled by the rest of it, but I think it's fun. Play that battle cry. That's so scary. I don't know what I expected. That was really scary. That spooked me a little.
And another fun thing about Wooly, all the monsters have palette swaps. All of Wooly's palette swaps are based off of ice cream flavors.
That's really cute. I like Wooly. He's adorable. I know he's a crowd favorite.
Yeah.
He's so cute. That's a fun game. That's delightful. Intellect. I like that it tells you how dumb they are. I'm a big fan of that. Only remarkable quality being their creativity using their elastic belly. That's really cute. Oh, they're pacifists. Damn, that feels fucked up that you're forcing them into...
Oh, he just kind of wanders into things in his story mode. He's one of the 4 that have story modes. I think it's these 4 all have story modes, and he just kind of wanders into places.
He's getting up to silly hijinks.
Yeah, he doesn't know what's gonna...
He's not trying to get people to fight him. They just won't stop beating his ass up. He's so little. This was... Oh god, my screen just went weird. Okay. Okay, everything looks normal again. So overall, we've got a pretty good spread of ratings. I think the only ones we didn't get were like... I think 4 is the only one we didn't get. These are overall surprisingly good. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect that many like highly rated ones, but this is good. This is quite good. I like that I have Zilla Senior and Zilla Junior. The most attractive one is Ghidorah. Wait,
especially Monster X.
I have Ghidorah Final Wars at a 10 and King Ghidorah, King of the Monsters at a 9.
Yeah.
Those are 2 different ones?
Yeah, that was, I can go back to the PowerPoint. This was the Final Wars one.
That was it. That was it. The little spiky one. Yes, okay. No, that's great. I'm a big fan. And I like the dragon one too, and I don't really understand how the dragon transformed into that guy, but, you know, whatever.
Oh, I can... Hold on, I didn't stop streaming. I will show what Monster X... I will show Kaiser Ghidorah real fast, just because that... It's what... Because the form is a little bit different. I'm just going to go to Google Images, and... Okay, no Council of Cock, we're fine.
Okay, a little more spiky. He's a little more spiky. But he turns into a guy.
So he starts as the guy, and when Godzilla is like... When Mothra shows up to help Godzilla, he's like, no, we're not doing that, and then turns into this.
That makes more sense. That's funny. He just has a guy form. That's great. It's just guy and big fucking dragon. Although I will admit that I don't really know, I think, the difference between dragons and, I don't know, every other scaled monster. But overall, I do like guy form more, just because it looks, you know, real spiky.
I knew this image was gonna put it over the top.
Oh yeah, but then you can still get 2 spikies with bitches like Biolante. Don't pull her back up. I don't want to see her. I do not want to see her. I do not fuck with her.
You're lucky I didn't bring up their monster.
Well, now I'm curious.
Oh god. Hold on. Turning off screen spirit to avoid Council of Cock. Okay, I'll get a regular image and then I will... Why is this one small? This was big before. So the monster is name is Orga. He's the main antagonist from the movie Godzilla 2000. Basically, a bunch of aliens landed here millions of years ago. They could not cope with our environment, so they just waited in sleep until they could find a way to do that. When they find out about Godzilla, when Godzilla's around, it's like, oh, Godzilla's DNA could help us adapt. So they take the DNA and turn into this, which is called Orga.
That's a lot. I don't hate that.
And then when Orga's trying to fully assimilate, but Godzilla keeps blasting him. But when to like try to fully assimilate, he does try to eat Godzilla.
Oh god, that's a really scary big jaw. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. What's going on there?
So he opened his jaw, and Godzilla stared at it for a second, and then he goes like, "All right," and he walks into it.
What?
So Orga's like trying to get him down, and when Godzilla's halfway down, Godzilla just charges his atomic breath all the way and just blows off the top part of Orga.
Yeah, that's easy. That's fucked. That's really fucked up. That one's pretty nasty. I like that though. I like that one. That's fun. And I don't really know what's going on in the back area now that I look at it more, but I also don't like knowing that the jaw can get that big. You know, if I was a vor guy, that really wouldn't bother me, but wildly, that's the one I haven't gotten to yet. I just haven't gotten around to it.
I don't think you need to. I don't think it's a prerequisite to like.
I'm a busy guy. You know, I just don't have time yet. Goodbye, spooky ghost toast. Have a good night. This is very fun. Do you how many other monsters do you have encyclopedic knowledge about? Or franchises?
Hold on. I'll just bring up of just general franchises. Sonic is one I know a lot about.
Figured with Sonic. Because this is a very fun stream premise. I had so much fun. But you seem like the type of person who would have a lot of knowledge about niche topics.
Slasher movies I also have a lot of knowledge about. So this is Wikizilla, if anyone wants to use it, where you can just kind of find what this was one I didn't talk about. Mothra's kind of goth sister.
That's very fun. That's really fun.
And the baby that everyone either loves or hates, Minya. This is like the first baby.
Little baby. Really fucking ugly baby. Little baby.
And then the 90s one is the one I like more. Let's see if I can just find him by typing little god. There we go.
Oh,
that's his first appearance.
Wow, he is also so fucking ugly. I love him.
And then he matures into that, and then he matures into this where he looks like Godzilla without the spikes, and we get to see him as an adult at the end in silhouette.
Smooth Godzilla with Godzilla Jr. He's cute.
This is my favorite one.
Oh, I love those big ass eyes.
He's a little dopey.
He looks so silly. I love him. I feel like they tried to make him endearing, and you know what? They did. I love him.
He in this movie, because this is his design in Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. He's like following one guy around the island who just doesn't like him, and he's like, not again. And he takes like a long drag off of a cigarette. No. As like he's looking over the mountain at him.
He's so cute.
The concept art's very good.
Cute. I love that. Oh, that's really good. That one's especially cute. He's a baby.
And then he got ugly in the toy show. Wow, they did a show. There was a show that was completely with toys. Like they were just the figures, but they like puppeted them.
Oh my god, no.
It went on for like 800 episodes, and I always have to skim through them when I'm doing Wikizilla videos on the YouTube channel.
He does look really shitty in there. They just did it with the toys. That's really, really fucking funny. Like, toys are not... Like, toys you sell to children are probably not made to be, you know, little TV stars.
So, I'll do one more, because this one is very contentious in the fandom, and I want you to... I'll tell you what he's like, what he's all about.
Bacon.
Yeah.
Stubby arms. Little armed idiot. That's my thought.
So, This monster never actually got to appear in a movie, but he
Oh.
kept being pitched over and over.
Oh no.
So he's went through a lot of designs. The totem pole design is one of my favorites.
That's a weird one.
He was supposed to be 3 monsters that eventually turned into 1.
That's fucked. I hate that. Oh, I hate that. That's crazy. They went from giving him extra arms to tiny little arms.
Yeah. Oh, this one.
That's big and goopy. Yeah, I'd fuck that, sure. I guess.
So, the fandom, I think he's neat, but the fandom is very split on him because annoying people every time the new movies get brought up, people are like, put bacon in it.
Put bacon in it.
He did make his first official appearance in the children's puppet show recently.
That's great. He's so silly looking. So he finally made a canon appearance in the children's show.
Yeah, I guess he was also in the video game. He was the final boss of the game Super Godzilla.
Okay, that looks cool. That looks really cool. Look at him. Big as hell. He's cool. I think he should be given more credit. Wait, so how is he contentious in the fandom? Is it just whether or not he counts, or if he should get more?
Oh, just like because people are annoying bringing him up all the time.
Oh, okay.
And people will type long copy pastas and then just like send them to people who work on Godzilla movies, and it's like, no.
Okay, that's annoying. I will give you that. Demon Beast. He's in a lot of shit.
Yeah, he was the main producer of Godzilla stuff. Tomoyuki Tanaka loved this monster, and so he was always pitching him for more stuff.
I think he deserves more. Body spores? I don't like that he's got spores. Man, y'all do so much work on this website. That is so cool.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And you have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I have. So I'll bring up the Wikizilla YouTube channel. No cancel of cock, please.
Please.
Fine. Yeah, so this is Wikizilla's.
That's great.
This is the most recent Gigan that just showed up. This one took several months because I was editing this, but I've never seen these movies before.
Oh shit! So you have to watch them.
Yeah, and then go frame by frame. This one is my favorite. I did.
Okay. Godzilla
because
Barkley.
there was a Godzilla versus Charles Barkley commercial, and I was like, hey, for April Fools, why don't we just do one on Charles Barkley?
That's
because they
fun.
also did a comic book also.
This is
the abilities section was the most fun when I had to. And then on top of that, I also do my own stuff.
This is
on
great.
top of it.
Does that say Mobius? Okay, thank God. Thank God that's Mobius. I thought for sure that was Morbius.
Oh, I am gonna have spicy Morbius takes coming. On my list of videos that I have planned, I have a one called Dr. Morbius, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Morb.
I was going to ask what your most controversial Morbius take was, but it sounds like your most controversial Morbius take is that you like Morbius.
So I always liked him in the comics.
Okay.
And the movie's not great. I've seen worse movies though.
Fair.
Like I dumpster dive for trash a lot. But I don't know, Morbius is dumb fun. I like the part where he turns a bunch of bats into a giant fist and punches someone with it.
That's great. That is so good. And here's the thing. I am concerned that just as like retro movies from like the 70s, 80s, and 90s that were really shitty and cheap in their day, or just like badly written or badly made, have become retroactive cult successes, I am so concerned that we're going to get 2020's nostalgia film bros who are determined that Morbius was good and fun. And I don't, oh my God, I don't want to watch that happen to media I've engaged with, you know?
I think it's fun in the way it's like you can't enjoy it like a movie as much as you can a collection of scenes.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. If it's not a cohesive film, yeah, it could pass.
Like, I stopped worrying about it, and I just started engaging with the fact that, oh, they made Matt Smith's character super queer-coded, and that his relationship with Jared Leto's character is super queer-coded.
Oh, yeah.
And it's also interesting that Matt Smith is the only actor that can pull a good performance out of Jared Leto out of any of the actors in this movie.
Yeah, God, the fact that Matt Smith was in that movie at all utterly baffles me.
He looks like he's having an excellent time. He should have been Morbius.
He probably knows it's a shit movie, and at that point, what can you do but let loose, you know? Otherwise, you're going to give the worst performance of your life. Also, I like seeing who you're subscribed to. I'm subscribed to almost all of those people. This is great. You have great taste. I'm gonna go dip and eat more snacks and maybe smoke a doobie. We'll see what happens next. This was delightful. If you have any more stream premise ideas for me, hit me, because this was your idea and it is really good. I had a really great time with you.
I'm glad. Like, there's more monsters to cover at some point, but if I think of anything that else fits into general stream premises,
I think that would be
I will let you know.
Thank you again for co-star guest starring. Send me the link to your YouTube channel and I'll send it in the Twitch chat, or you can send it in the Twitch chat. I would love to plug
my Twitch is not letting me log in lately, so I'll just send it to you.
There we go. I love a good video essay. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I had a bunch. I have one on a Venom comic coming up, where my entire excuse is that I want to dub some of the bits from the comic.
God, that's good. I do love watching video essays about media I have never engaged with and will never engage with, so I'm really excited.
Oh, you might enjoy this one. Totally not Morbius. If you want, I watched with my friend Daphne, where we watched the mockbuster of Morbius called Dracula: The Original Living Vampire.
Ooh, that's good. Ooh, that's good.
It has lesbians in it.
That's great. Inclusive Morbius. This sounds okay. I'm watching that after this. This is fucked. I'm very excited. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna go. Thank you again for coming on the stream with me. I adore you. Also, you guys should go follow Humble Squid on TikTok at HSquidLives. That's HSQUIDLIVES. I know how to spell. Buck fucking wild. Yeah, or you could just send me the URL.
Yeah, I can avoid I can avoid Council of Cock on my own page at least.
Okay, I'm slapping that shit on in there.
Oh, I could do, if we want to do another Monster Fucker stream, symbiotes, because there's a lot.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a great idea, actually. That's a really good idea. Also, yeah, I'll probably be into most of them. I can admit that. One of my mutuals on TikTok wrote the best goddamn Eddie and Venom /fic I've ever read, and it's really good. If you want, I'll find it and send it to you, because it's surprisingly good. Okay, I'm gonna leave before I get banned from Twitch. I'll message you after, Squid. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
My cart has been making me cough all afternoon. I think I want to keep doing Monster Fucker streams and post on TikTok. This was delightful. I'm gonna see if anybody I know is streaming on Twitch. A lot of my mutuals tend to stream at the same time as me. You guys, thank you. Thank you so much for joining me on this silly little Monster Fucker stream. Thank you for fucking monsters with me. I adore you all. Please take care of your body. Have a snack. Have a meal. Drink some water. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one, which actually might contain Shiloh. I think the next stream will contain Shiloh, so come back for them if you don't come back for me. Bye!